Hello? Oh, troublesome Photoshop. Okay, what are we going to draw today? I should have had a plan. But that would have been preparation work, right? Draw some circles to start with. Or ovals, if that's what we're calling speed circles. Warm up the old flick of the wrist. Okay, drawing like 5 minutes of circles is fine. But what we are going to be drawing today are some boring apples because I'm going to be painting them. The apple that is on my desk that I really want to eat, but I want to draw first. I will eat the apple after I draw it. It's got a very pink color to it. Maybe not that salmon pink. I don't know the step forward hotkey. You kidding me? I don't know why the paint bucket doesn't just work though. Foreground mode, normal, tolerance. Does it need like 99 tolerance? Okay, I don't understand the paint bucket anymore. All layers? No. Continuous? I guess that's the command that I needed to hit. So it stays inside the lines. Okay, there's the center of my apple. And then the apple kind of comes out and over. And goes down. Almost to like this point. It comes downward. And I'm just trying to get the shape right now. I thought this would be a good study to do an apple. I don't do enough fruits. I don't have my closed captions on. Oh well. Is that in my other desktop view? I think it is. There we go. Yay, now we have captions. Very easy to do. And we cut that off. But the apple actually curves over and straightens out for a little bit. Like right there. And then balloons more this way. Then it comes back in. There's also more of a down arc here. Oh, Final Fantasy. As expected, something from Final Fantasy would sound like this. This arcs down more, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm drawing an apple on my desk. Trying to do the classic artist study, right? So a yellow underneath. Is this really Final Fantasy? It's kind of epic. So there's a lot of like yellow that's coming up, but not like that much yellow I need. Yeah, blend it more. That might even be much on the blending. It's very soft gradient, actually. There's the pinky parts where the light is coming in at it. Very white, like in here. So there's not much shadow on this apple, really. That's even darker. There we go. We can break and give it its little knot, but it's not this green. It's much grosser green. There we go. Blizzard coming in. There's a lot more apples like this. There we go. A little more swoop out. It's like it goes from white at the very top to very yellow at the bottom. I don't know if that's like freezer burn or something, but oh well. I mean, I'm not like freezing my apples, but like, is it fridge burn? Can you give apple fridge burn? I have no idea. Let's move this out. Your closed captions are amazing. Oh my god. Yes, I like my closed captions. They say funny things and not accurate at all. Come on, you have a job. There we go, okay. I would say they're almost good as chatbot. Oh, I didn't turn on my chatbot. We have to have our topics for the day. How could I? How could I not have our topics of the day? Is that? I should probably open this before I start streaming, but oh well. There we go, chatbot's now working. Or supposedly. Where's my picture? There it is. Even with 3 desktops, I still don't have enough space to put all this stuff on. This pink actually comes out further. Because the red is actually only in like the mid part. It might even get redder, to be honest. Let's go back to this brush. Some red over here. A little bit of red that comes back up in there. This is a lot more orange in there, so let's see if this works. Is that even, no, that's not the right orange. So I watched Wreck-It Ralph last night. It was a fun movie. It wasn't like as spectacular as everybody was saying it to be, but it was cute. I'm also like a super hard critic for stuff, so I can't give anything a 10 out of 10. I think the only thing I could have given a 10 out of 10 this past 2018 was Spider-Verse. Because it was really actually good. Like, it wasn't a perfect movie, but for 2018, I would call it a perfect movie. Wreck-It Ralph was not a perfect movie. There was a lot of stuff that could be improved upon, in my opinion. So once I add the dots, then it'll start giving it the texture, but I don't want to add the dots until I have the shape of everything figured out. Actually, I might drop that down to like 20% for this. So me and my friend Ian, we're switching art styles. He's just gonna grant me his with magical powers, and I will grant him my ability to character, or to animate, illustrate, I guess. I don't know. He does much more realistic stuff than I do, but I do much more like weird cartoony things. So we're gonna trade our skills. Is chatbot working? It says it's connected. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. The pros of cons of 3D modeling. What an accurate topic, like, to actually bring up. Something that I can actually talk about. Thanks, chatbot. What a great start. Talks the whole time, gets a new topic before I can actually start talking about the topic that I'm praising, because I can actually talk about it. Yeah. So, the pros and cons of 3D modeling. Well, the pro of 3D modeling this apple is that I wouldn't have to be painting it, and I could probably make it look more real. Con, it's less painterly and artistic, I guess. In some ways. If I did a more painterly texturing, then I guess it would look more painterly. But cons to 3D modeling, it can be very expensive. but it's also a lot more efficient in the long run. Like once you make a 3D model, you never have to remake it again. So if I have an apple, I shouldn't really have to remake the apple ever again. I might have to retexture it to match the style that we're going for, but to be honest, the apple itself will be 3D modeled forever. You never really need to change an apple. Unless, of course, it's very, very stylized. In that case, you just warp it a little bit. Unlike animation, where you draw an apple for an animation, it's in that animation. You can't reuse that apple. I mean, I guess you could, but it would be weird. It just wouldn't work the same. What's another pro and con of using 3D modeling versus 2D? It's good to work them together as well, because if, say, I wanted the shape more accurate and to get the lighting, I could actually render this apple in 3D, get the proper lighting, and then just apply it over this, and then I wouldn't have to paint it as much. I would just attach the gradients over this. Though that also gives it a more fake, less natural look. Garbage as usual. That's what I say about Anthem. So a little bit of this apple comes over. Oh, this almost sounded like Overcooked. So I actually changed a setting on my Photoshop so that when I blend colors, they should blend better, more naturally. 3D modeling takes a lot of memory. Having the resources to make everything look and act the way you want doesn't always happen. True. Yes, so I think what you're saying is that, do you mean like memory as in like computer memory? Oop. Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess chatbot doesn't like caps. For 1 minute. Oh, for 1 second. Okay. Curious what you said. Oh, and sometimes shit clips through your model and makes me want to stab a baby. Yes. I think, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, the chatbot's irritating. I have to figure out exactly what I want it to do properly, because right now it's just kind of on default settings. But yeah, when things clip through, I'm actually pretty lazy on the clipping. Like, I don't try to get everything 100% like lined up perfectly when I 3D model stuff. Like I prefer to, as I look at my own apple for reference. No, yeah, I prefer to have, oh, what is it? Like a lot of my models aren't very tidy per se, but it doesn't necessarily need to be tidy for what I do. Like when I do something for a video game or whatnot, usually it's pretty sloppy on the outside. but usually it turns out pretty well. Or on the inside, it's sloppy. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, if you looked at the inside of my models, they're not pretty. It is annoying. The one thing that makes me want stab babies is rigging and meshing characters. Not meshing. Weight painting characters. Getting their muscles and stuff figured out, like the skin to warp the way it should. That stuff literally drives me nuts. Like I will spend hours doing that and then delete all my progress in like 3 seconds. And I'm like, because there's a lot of bugs in weight painting and whatnot. So if you delete a part that shouldn't be deleted, you'll lose your marbles. This actually should be going up and down, the texture. I should keep that consistent throughout the whole thing. The red does creep up a little more in here. Though the lighting might be changing as I draw this, so... yeah, let me see if I can find a reference of what I mean when I am lazy. Or I don't. Who knows? Someone was looking for an example. I don't know. Sorry, I'm distracted trying to find this. It's somewhere in my files. If I can't find it, I'll just give up. Is that it? Whatever. I'll just keep drawing. Oh, hello, and thank you for the hosting. Awesome. All the hosts. Dingy apple, dark apple. It's dark under here. I don't know if my visual ambient occlusion is working or not. Cause it's only like a sliver there. It's actually more, it's darker on the table than it is on the apple. 10 undeniable reasons people hate gaming. Ooh, that's a hard one, cause I like gaming. I don't know why people hate gaming. It'll rot your brain, right? Question mark. I don't know. Sapphire, I don't know if you know the better, you know this because you're surrounded by parents, right? You talk to the moms of the world. they know why gaming's terrible for the kids, right? I don't know if you talk to other moms, right? Who knows? I'm yeah, I have no idea. I guess reasons people should hate gaming right now because it's saturated by a very power hungry market. Not power hungry, like a manipulative market of developers and corporate bullshit right now. It's not like it's the worst it's ever been, but it's pretty egregious right now. That's a reason you should hate gaming, because it's pretty hard to get into, at least like basic, like big AAA studio games, without having to deal with a lot of BS. Play indie games, but then you have a bunch of really half-assed games. But we all played Flash games, didn't we? Yeah, Flash games are great. I just realized that this part of the apple doesn't actually exist on my apple. I was drawing what I knew, not what I was looking at. So let's make that go away. There we go. It's like magic. Try to get a more white color to express this lightness. What a terrible color though. From a casual's perspective, question mark, there is no reason to hate it. People have the same microconceptions about gaming as they did about hard rock and D&D or TV. The only way gaming is bad is if you let it consume your life. Absolutely. Looks at my life. Yep, very much consumed. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like go outside once in a while, read a book, or do anything else. I have been doing a little of that. I have been reading a light novel, though it is of video games, but it is a light novel, and I am reading it with words on paper. I haven't done that in a while, so I feel proud for reading the words on the paper. That needs to be a shirt. When was the last time you read words on paper? And no, the side of a cereal box doesn't count. Good job, Sapphire. Good job. Going outside's scary though. I don't like doing that. Oh yeah, you do the read books, the rule books, the read books, because nobody else will, right? I watch videos for that, or make friends do it for me. Cause I don't read, right? It's almost a little pink in there. Actually, that's what I've been missing. Yes, I have spent more time on the stupid apple than I care to admit, but oh well. I mean, I'm forced to read rule books all the time. ... I like how the captions actually put dots for when I said ... That's funny. Question mark. Okay, so if I finish all my sentences with saying the proper punctuation, it will add the punctuation. Period. Yeah, there it goes. But it adds the space, so its grammar is not well. As I said that with poor grammar. Period. I hope that annoys someone. Okay, now let's add, see, this part of the apple is not the same color as the other side of the apple, so I need to darken this. Even though my room is fairly whitewashed between the window and my white LED, it's, there's still a little color change in here. Let's exaggerate some of these colors too. See, color's not, I feel like in art, color isn't that important. Like I could really exaggerate a lot of these tones, and it would still read as apple. Like I could add, there we go. Like if I wanted to add a dark shadow right here, I could use a dark purple. And it would still read fairly apple-y. And then add a like a highlight over here. I think that still reads as an apple, even though the colors are super extreme. It's kind of nice to see the purple there. But my apple does not have the purple, unfortunately, so I will not be adding the purple. But I do need a good brush to add to make up some of those speckles. And I have 110 million brushes, but I have no idea which ones are good. That's really interesting, the menus don't come down for you. That's a nice snake brush, or yeah. Texture, more rakes. Splatter brushes, maybe that's what I'm looking for. It's a little bit. It's a nice one, it feels good. Ooh, this is a good one too for just this like orange color. I'm gonna just color the whole freaking apple like this. If it lets me. Oh, does it add weird? Ooh. So layers color real weird. Okay, I don't like that. Oh, is it because I'm on it? It's a very good blood. I got much more excited over this, and then it turned into blood. I don't want a bloody apple. That's not beautiful mess. That is definitely much scarier than beautiful mess. This is more what I think I was looking for. Kind of like a painterly color to it. Add some texture. I need one that will be a good white speckle. That's also another good brush. I should have been using these brushes for the apple. We've added a lot more to it. I need to use more brushes. That is a thing I don't do enough of. So use more brushes. That's a cool brush. It's like inky. Oh, that's really cool. It's like a soft spread. Trying to just find a good does not like the lighter colors, this brush. It does not. Yeah. Oh, it's on multiply. If I didn't know. It's to be much softer. The shadow underneath. It keeps getting wiped over. Does look much more painterly now. But I need speckles. I don't know what this brush is doing. Ooh, okay, that might be a good brush if I... So what if I make a new layer? Plop this on top. Do very small speckles up here. Because there's very small speckles. And then very large speckles at the bottom. Yes, this does look like a mess, but we are going to fix that by Gaussian blur. Because that's how you fix everything, right? Just slap a Gaussian blur over it. And then we are going to erase. Actually, we're going to brush with mask. Maybe not the desired effect I was going for. Nope, don't like it. Goodbye. 5 tools everyone in painting industry should be using. More brushes. That's also just a me problem. But yes, more brushes. What's another issue that might be arised? I would like to see more color. I'm a big color person. I like seeing a lot of color in art. I don't use enough color either. Like I was saying, using purples and whatnot. I don't know. What else do people in painting should use? I mean, the painting industry uses everything, so I can't really add to it, but things I should be doing more of, I know I need to do more detailing work, like spending more time on just getting the small things in. Really? Oh, no, wrong channel. I don't know if that's the speckles I'm going for. If I did color overlay, no. Outer glow maybe? Just add neon. Especially downward. I think this green part gets a little more lost in here. You go back up to normal brush, normal brushes. To hide this. Normal brushes. There we go. It's like a galaxy apple. I should probably add some more shading though to it. That's not the brush I want though. There we go. Did you go to ZipCon this weekend, Angelo? So it looked pretty good this year. Unfortunately, I did not go. I wanted to go, but I was sick. I was grossly sick. I actually went to the car show and got sick. That was a fun time. Good old time with Dad, you know. Go car show, you get sick. You make your dad feel awkward in front of a lot of people because he wants to just take you to a car show and you puke. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. And then I had a headache for like a day and a half. That's why I didn't stream on Monday. Is Cupcake doing any better, or is Cupcake just potatoing around? Valerie went? That's surprising. She doesn't usually go to cons. Oh, that's why my brush is weird, acting weird. There we go. I was on pencil mode. There we go. Make it feel real extreme, and then I'll bring it back down. This brush also needs to be this one. There we go. Slow burn screen. I think soft light is the one I'll go with. No, this doesn't really make all that much sense. I feel like I need to add some shadow here. Maybe a softer, maybe. There we go. I would say I would have just gone for the dealer's. Oh, yeah, I read that. Well, she lives there. Oh, Zip comes at Akron. I forgot. I thought that was Bowling Green. What's the Bowling Green con then? Because I think that was the first one I went to. Ah, that one. So yeah, that was one of the first ones I went to. Was kind of marathon. That was a good con. I would go back to that one. What a space apple. The cosmos are in this apple. Yeah, I've been to Animarathon for a few years in a row. I would say that's the first con I knew what I was getting into. Because I think Colossal Con was the first con I went to. And that was way back in high school. Like quite a few years ago. Probably like my freshman year. So like 8, 9 years, 10 years ago? 9 years ago? Something like that. Yeah. Colossal Con, went there for the first time, very confused, very fun time though. Had a good guide. He walked me through, but then ditched me halfway through. So not a bad guide, just not a good one. Yeah, but I think that was the best guide I could have gotten because I met a lot of new people there through that experience. How can I do water droplets? There's a little precipitation on this apple. This is how I'm doing water, guys. Hyperrealism. Can't stop me now. Absolute perfection. What I'm gonna try to do actually though is turn these into using the blend tools. So what makes a water droplet? Color overlay. We are going to do that. We are also going to throw an inner color, like a dark blue. Bring up the size, I think. Center. No. You want edge. Why is it not showing up? Ah, there we go. So I'm gonna make my water droplets like that. Yes. And then outer glow. There we go. Drop shadow. Gonna bring that real close under though. Not much spread. These look like water droplets, by the way. Just wait. They will look like water droplets. I hope. I think. Starts to panic. Stream. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, this is definitely ugly. Definitely got that part down. As for the good and the bad, yeah, I don't know. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Streaming. Well, I'm definitely the ugly part. The good is when you can manage to talk for a consistent, realistic amount of time, and not stutter every single word you say like an idiot. There's some water that we wanted. Or be too ADD to figure out what you're about to say. That's a thing. That's kind of watery. I think if the color was more... Of course the drip drops need some work. Because water has these like little dark bubbles in there, but I might redraw these now that I have the texture I'm going for. I don't know if that looks right though. Granted, they're not pulling any color from their surroundings, that's the problem. I want them to be a little more translucent. I think the texture that they're going there right now is fine. But I don't know how I feel about the actual look. Lighten. Do something. Soft light. Anything. That will make it more clear. Inner glow maybe? Color should be darker, but the thing is I don't want it to disappear. How do I bring back the... Why is this so dominating? Soft light. Multiply should do what I want it to do, but it's not doing what I think it's doing. Maybe I just need to make that purple? Like red? I don't know what I had to set it on. Red light. As I click through menu like an idiot. I have no idea. I cheat. Do that. There we go. That's the effect I was going for. When you just make a new folder and gradient that. Fortunately, now they're all about the same size, but now I know how to get the look right. Maybe them to look different sizes. Make it look more raindroppy, right? Nope, we're not. So I'm gonna use a better brush. Why is the raindrop so hard to draw? I don't even think I'm doing it right. And then I put that on like lighten or something, right? Or was it overlay? Or was it screen? No. Soft light? Hard light. I forgot what I put it on, darn. Light in, screen. I want the white to go away. I thought that was what I did. Looked right a second ago. Go through all these again. Overlay, that's what I had it on. I guess that's all that it did look like. Guess I just can't have this one right here. No, normal. Now I do overlay, right? I guess it's a little... If I erase parts of it, it'll feel better, I think. No, go back. Bigger brush. Hides more. Allows me to get away with bigger issues. Okay, that's kind of convincing. I kind of like how those apple droplets turned into. I think if I add some little specks to them. And then you kind of blur them away. See what a Gaussian blur might do. Nice. Need smaller brush now. Get that shine that the apple shares so well. The Advanced Guide to Virtual Reality. Ooh, I could talk about virtual reality. That's an easy one. So let's go from the start. Where do you get which VR headset do you get? Well, if you have a PlayStation, get a PSVR. It's not that bad. It's not the best experience, but if it's the first VR headset you're getting, you're gonna enjoy it. It works pretty well, actually. I would say if you're really determined on getting VR and you don't have a computer or a PSVR or a PlayStation, You can play around with the Google Cardboard or even the Samsung, um, the phone one where you plug your phone into and play with the Samsung VR. Works real nice actually. Not terrible, but it's also not good. Like it's probably the worst VR experience you can get, but it's also the cheapest. But it's not like terrible. It is literally the worst. It could be better. But the other VR is obviously better. Just because they're more expensive and not a phone. But if that's all you've got, then it's definitely a cool experience. It's not like you should bash it because it's the phone. Other VR experiences. Well, you've got your, I would say the big three for PC VR is the Oculus, then you've got your HTC Vive, and then you've got the mixed reality. Mixed reality is actually really good, surprisingly, especially if you're on a budget. It's not as tidy as the other ones. It's not as reactive, but it definitely is a good beginner kit if that's what you're looking into, but you don't want to make the full commitment yet to a Vive or an Oculus. It's also much more tidy, I would say, because it is all in one package. Like you don't have any sensors with the mixed reality. It plays like it's good enough to play Beat Saber. It's not terribly good if you're going to play like a shooter, where your hands are very important on the location. Playing Beat Saber after playing it on the Vive though is a bit difficult. Like it's not as smooth of a transition to get off the Vive into a mixed reality. It's much easier to go mixed reality into Vive or Oculus. Oculus is good if you get 3 sensors. It's not bad if you only have the 2. I did that for a while, but once I got the 3rd one, I couldn't go. Like I would never go back. It works just so much better. What's another thing? The HTC Vive. Try distorting the apple below where the droplets are. Sorry, I didn't see that. Try distorting the apple below. I don't know when you were mentioning that. Sorry, I totally missed that. This bottom of the apple is currently under construction. It doesn't get very dark, except for the part that it does. Right here. And even then it's not that dark. Plus I'm using blue. Why am I using blue? It's very much not a blue dark. I wouldn't even say it's that color. I guess brown's better. Oh yeah, and then VR, what else is good about VR? Or getting into VR? The Vive if you're gonna go Vive, you also get the full body tracking, which is actually really nice. You can do that on the Oculus, but it's a much bigger pain in the ass. Doing the Kinect full body isn't can work, however, it is also troublesome at times. Notifications. Silly me. Oh, there's my semi-realistic apple. I should probably work on the stem too. Give me a real brush, there we go. Need more grungy parts. It does go a little more green in here. I might do like a character submission thing. I don't know. Do like characters for people. Online, that is. There we go. There's my apple. What an interesting color I could use. Because once I shrink it down to square. Stop that. I don't know if that takes way too much though. So that looks like candy corn. Or not candy corn, like cotton candy, that's the... That isn't bad either. I don't know which background to pick. What color I should do for my lazy background. Ooh, not that. That's an easy decision. Not that either. One of these subtler tones. Definitely contrasts. That's not bad either. If I pulled a little more of this color. That color in more. And then did the same thing. Like that. There we go. I like it that way more. Yep.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter? Whoa, nice graphic!
Don't make this silly mistake with your character design. Bad anatomy. I guess that's really it. It's just anatomy. You can do whatever you want with your characters as long as the anatomy looks right. I've seen good and bad, but it's all various, you know.
Get my hands on that game. You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Discord team and
Another apple done by Alex. Another apple unsaved by Alex. didn't save at all during this whole little stream here. Whoops. Silly me. Oh no, my goal thing, I have to update that. I got 4 followers though. That's a new high, right? PNG. Well, I think this was a cute little stream. Worked out nicely. Minimize. And I am going to call it a day for this stream. Short little 2-hour stream, but I got something done productively, so I feel accomplished. Am I right? Or am I right? I'm out. She's standing right in front of me, her red swinging side to side. The thing I fear the most is that the devil will set my faithful soul ablaze. These corridors stretch forever into never-ending darkness. I listen very carefully, but the silence is deafening. A whisper could be heard for miles, and a spark would light the room like fireworks. Oh, I feel the apprehension of my comrades by my side. Better hold on real tight, 'cause it'll